World War II, Picturing Patriotism. The following story details the famous photographer Ansel Adams and his patriotic documentation of Japanese internment during World War II. Ansel Adams was a photographer of the 20th century. His most famous work focused on the majestic American landscape in which he hoped to provide American society with a source of solace and escape from the exhausting times of depression and war. During World War II, Adams committed himself to the patriotic spirit and war effort. He was commissioned to document the Japanese-American internment at Manzanar. It was here that Adams revealed the coming together of his traditional artistic techniques and personal connection with timely social concerns. Similar to the romantic ideas portrayed throughout Adams' black and white depiction of the American West, his documentation of the internees at Manzanar exposed his projection of optimism and patriotism found in the character of the dishonored Japanese American. In order to understand Adams' war art and perspective, it is important to understand the context of this historical time period. Increased propaganda and the spirit of the wartime effort engulfed the art community. Adams was inspired to use nature as a symbol of the strength and will of America. His approach was very different and almost contradictory to most wartime propaganda that promoted industry, American troops, and wartime machines. Adams' chance came when President Roosevelt passed Executive Order 9066 calling for the internment of Japanese Americans on the West Coast. Coincidentally, Adams' friend, Ralph Merritt from the Sierra Club, had been appointed as director of Manzanar, an internment camp in California. Merritt personally asked Adams to document daily life at Manzanar, which he accepted. Adams found the war propaganda penetrating American society to be empty. He felt as though a true artist could offer more of a patriotic spirit to encourage the American people and progress the war effort. Adams' portrayal of the internees was detailed in a positive light, which was often offensive to some of the other artists. However, he believed that the internees were loyal Americans. Adams proposed to show the patriotism of the inhabitants of the camp and the positive attitude they exhibited to get through each day and eventually back to normal life. In one photograph, Farm Workers, Adams revealed the true transformation of character and landscape. The photograph presents a number of laborers working in one of the many fields at Manzanar, set against the high summits of the Sierra Nevada. The internees were able to transform the desert lands to produce food in order to sustain the 10,000 internees living at the camp. Internees tried to make life at the camp simulate real life in society. The people of Manzanar established a communal life that allowed for work, service, sport, or other activity. One photograph particularly symbolizes communal life, all like baseball. Baseball signifies America's pastime. The game is seen as a patriotic act, especially during World War II, as FDR called for Major League Baseball's continuation as the war raged on. Adams uses his photography as a creative outlet to document the hypocrisy in Japanese-American internment. He originally did not intend to take a strong political stance on the internment of Japanese Americans, but rather create his own unique personal expression. To do this, he compiled his photographs and narratives into a book called Born Free and Equal. This work was a unique contribution to the American war effort because it went against the mainstream feelings about the attack on Pearl Harbor and the potential for another attack on American soil. Because of these feelings, Adams' work was perceived as unpatriotic by some, but praised by others. Adams' personal transformation at Manzanar allowed him to integrate his romantic and modern artistic perspectives to inspire his photographs and personal narrative found in Born Free and Equal. He was able to successfully project the pure optimism and patriotism embedded in all facets of American society during World War II, including Manzanar.
Ladies and gentlemen, you've been listening to the dance music of Artie Shaw and his orchestra, and he's been playing for you Wilmington in New York City.